So fireworks are now over. If you missed the stream, I'll put a link to it up in the top right corner here and you can watch them again. And now I'm going to do the clear up. So the first thing I do, I know that I had a firework here that didn't fire, so I'm going to remove that out of the equation. The firing system itself is turned off. So it was this one here, so I'm going to cut this one out and unplug it from the slat here. See where it's connected. It's connected there. Right. It's difficult to do this with a camera in one hand. Anyway, let's give it a bit of a... Oh, right. So that's now out. The first thing I do is try and work out why this didn't fire. And it looks like the actual igniter. Yeah, it looks like it didn't even... Looks like the igniter didn't ignite. So we shall put this out of the way. It's obviously got a bit wet now. It's raining out here. So we'll put that out of the way and we will then get back to the clearing up. So the next part of the clear up is basically taking all these stands down, reducing the height on them. I need two hands for this, so I'll pause the stream and come back in a second. So there we go, the stands are all down now. The good thing about these stands is I can basically just leave all this stuff on and just store it overnight. Somewhere safe, just out of the elements, rather than dismantle everything on top of it. Obviously the other things, the posts and things, all need to come down. So the first step is to basically unplug all the fireworks from the slats. The slats are these things here, which connect back to the firing system via these long red cables. So it's a case of coiling up all these cables, of which there are quite a few, as you can see. That you can see as well, that's not smoke, that's my breath. It's about -2 right now here. So I'm going to coil these cables up and detach all the igniters, all the spent igniters from the slats, and then I will be back with you guys. Right, so all the cables are now out. The next thing to do is start disposing of the actual fireworks. So at the moment they are all taped to stakes, so I need to cut them off from those. And then these will go in a black bin bag. So I'll do that with all of those. So the spent fireworks are all now bagged up. Next job is to remove all the supporting stakes. And then after that, it's going to be tidying up all the igniter wires that are left over. So there's quite a few of those to do there. And also over here, pull these stakes out and tidy these bits up. So that's the next job. Okay, so the garden's looking nearly clear now. I've got all the orange igniter cables up, all the stakes are out, all the fireworks are in bin bags. So the last thing to do tonight is just clear up the remains here, the wood and the polythene and this table as well. Tomorrow when it's daylight I will come and give the garden a quick once over just to check there's no other bits like rocket sticks, things like that, cables. I'm pretty sure I've got everything, but it's always good to just give it a once over in the daytime as well, just to see if anything's been missed, just to clear up odd little bits like that when it's drier. So it's now the morning after the night before, the morning after the clear up. Now with the day's light, what I'm doing, I'm just giving the garden a once over, just checking for any debris that I couldn't spot last night in the dark that need clearing up. I'm looking mainly for bits of plastic from the igniters or igniting wires themselves, little bits of cardboard themselves are not too bad. For example, I mean, there's one here, if I can get this here. All the little shot tubes that I have each have a little cardboard disc in, and I could clear these up. These are cardboard, these will just biodegrade, so I'm not as concerned about those, and there'll be hundreds of those all over the garden. In fact, there's, look, another one there. But it's plastic bits I'm looking for, things that could be harmful to wildlife. So I'm just checking the whole garden area. You see more cardboard discs here as well, and another one there from the fireworks, but they will decompose very quickly. So looking around here, just checking everything's okay. There's also, that's one of the shots. Again, they will decompose as well. They're just cardboard. In fact, you can see they've been out overnight. They're already getting soft and squishy. So we're looking okay. So this is the area where I had the cakes. You can see there's still holes in the ground where the stakes were. There's a bit of PVC electrical tape there that I've missed. Hard to see against the green grass. In fact, there's a little bit of cover from an igniter wire as well, so we'll pick that up. I'll continue around here. There are also a few rockets in the display, so I'm just going to have a quick look round for rocket sticks. No, it's all looking clear in the garden. Yeah, that's not too bad. I managed to get most things up last night, so that's good. So yes, I also cheated a little bit. Obviously the weather last night was pretty snowy and pretty damp during the clear up. Now the good thing about doing fireworks on stands is that I can just lift the whole stand up and bring them into my garage. So once everything had cooled down, an hour or two after the show, I brought them indoors into my garage so that I can take them all apart. So after a display, if something didn't work as expected, I always do a little post-mortem to find out what happened. Now this is the missile cake here that didn't fire, and I've investigated and now know why that didn't fire. So this is the igniter clip that was clipped onto the visco fuse there, and when I detached this and had a look in the daylight, if I go along here, you'll see here it's actually burnt through the plastic casing, and the copper wires inside as a result are touching. Now I believe this has happened because this cake was next to another cake, and the way this cable was routed, this was right next to the fuse on the other cake. So when that cake fired, it's basically burnt through the fuse. So that's why this firework didn't go off. So there's nothing wrong with this firework itself. There's nothing wrong with this igniter bit itself. It's just the wires burnt through the casing, shorted out, and that's why this particular firework didn't fire. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. To give you a little bit of an insight into what's involved in the clear up after a display, and do be sure to subscribe to my channel for more firework content, and make sure you enable notifications to be notified whenever I upload videos or go live. Thanks for watching.